Oh, you're
Hello,
recording.
Bill Houston.
Oh, okay.
Come on, you got to let us see you.
It says that I have to consent to being recorded, Terry.
Well, consent, because I don't want to write all this down.
You want to know what the two options are?
What?
Continue or leave meeting.
Yeah, I just hit continue. Like, yeah, I'll let you.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Hey, how are you
There
doing
I
this
am.
afternoon?
In all my glory, I'm here.
All right. You got all your containers and
Got my crackers and containers.
all right. And I brought some water too.
Oh, good.
Yep, I brought water.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sauce number one.
Are we trying sauce number one already? Hold on, I'm sorry.
I know, like, wow, is it just us?
It's my fault. I'm always the one holding us up.
Well, sadly, Bill, Caleb had to end up going to the ER with Roger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just us. Okay.
All right, are we ready, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start out with a water cracker and sauce number one. Okay.
Okay.
I suppose I should grab that cracker.
Can we smell the sauce, Terry, before we eat it?
I hope so, because I just did.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, impressions.
Mm. I like it because it's a combination of sweet and heat, and it
Right,
almost has like a Asian flavor to me.
Now that sweet catches you first right on the tongue, and then it's followed just straight by the heat.
And I felt exactly the same way. My first impression was, oh, it's sweet.
Yeah, and that only lasted a couple seconds.
Yeah, but then
And you're like, okay, there it is.
then the warmth hits.
I agree. It does kind of almost have that Asian-y kind of flavor profile behind it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like it.
Now I tried a water cracker. I'm gonna try a tortilla chip now.
Yeah, tortilla chip for that one, actually.
Let's see here.
Tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Very different than on a water cracker.
It sure is. The corn makes it taste way different.
The corn and the salt gives it a really good balance. Like, really. I mean,
On the tortilla
water
chip,
cracker wasn't bad, but this helps accentuate the flavors.
but I don't get as much of the sweetness on the tortilla
No.
chip.
No, I think that's salt.
But you kind of miss out on that the hint of sweetness.
Yeah, I think the salt kind of overpowers that a little bit because it's a subtle sweetness.
Yeah.
I think it would taste good on pork.
For sure.
Ooh,
I think it would taste really good on pork.
All right. Now, for those of us that can eat gluten, I'm going to try a wheat thin
Try your wheat thin.
with this
Oh,
number one sauce.
Ooh, yum.
How are those gluten-free crackers, Alan?
They're actually really good. It's like a veggie one I tried. It's tasty.
right.
The sweetness is back on the wheat thin.
Yeah, I was going to agree with that. I'm going to say, yeah, the sweetness definitely came back on the wheat thin.
Yeah,
It's got to be the salt on those tortilla chips.
I don't know. It's the combination of the corn, the flavor of the corn, and the amount of salt on the tortilla chips that really killed the sweetness. You just got some heat. All right. So besides the sweet and the heat, there's still other flavors there. But you said you would try that on pork?
I think I would put that on pork. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hands down, that'd be a great pork. I mean, it would go with chicken, but I think it's going to go better with a red meat.
And I think I say that too because the first time I smelled it and tried it, it did kind of remind me of like Asian flavors.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you call that stuff, but that sauce they put on a lot of things.
Right.
So, and that's, I feel like there's like maybe some garlic in there. You know, I don't know. I
Kinda
really
reminds
like
me
it.
of that- I want to say it's like Goku Chan or something. I don't know. Lana
Oh.
used some kind of
One of
weird.
their sauce, yeah. I don't know, it's good.
Okay. So
Mm.
who's ready to move on to number 2?
Okay, I'll do it.
All right.
Sauce number 2 coming up. I'm going to go back to the water cracker first.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right. Which
isn't that interesting? It smells very smoky.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
It is.
Smells like a wood fire. Oh
It
man.
does. It smells smoky. I like it.
I want to go camping right now.
Oh, that is good.
That one's a hot one.
More heat than the first sauce?
Way more heat than the first sauce, yeah.
It takes a lot longer for it to catch on though. The first one, at least it tells you right from the beginning, like I'm hot. This one, kind of that sneaker.
It builds.
Yeah.
But I love that smoky undertone.
Oh
That is
man.
delicious.
Smoky. I'm making notes on these too. Ooh, that lingers. That heat lingers. It doesn't go away.
You
I
know,
almost want to say it
I
had
would-
like a citrusy kind of tone to it.
yeah, but not a sweet kind of citrus.
No.
More of a just a kind of a background flavor.
Yeah, like almost like a zest.
Now, I thought I would love all of these on tortilla chips the best, and I'm not finding that's the case. This is on a tortilla chip. But again, it's masking the flavor of the sauce.
Yeah, it really does.
It does. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it surprised me. I thought, oh, I love tortilla chips. That'll probably be my favorite thing to try these sauces on, and it's not. I'm going to move on to the wheat thins.
I almost feel like I lost more flavor on the wheat thin. I don't know.
But that citrus comes through. Well, I don't know if it's citrus, but
Right. I'm questioning
background
myself a
flavor
little
comes
bit.
through more on the wheat thin than on the tortilla chip. You right there, Fallon?
My nose is running.
Right? Yeah, the smell of that one was just amazing.
Yeah, it smells
Sauce
amazing. It
number two.
really does.
Sauce
Yeah,
number
that
2.
rich smokiness.
Okay.
I could definitely see that being on some like grilled chicken, like maybe just kind of throwing it on afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of add to it, or even in the sauce that you put over your grilled chicken. Oof. Just really accentuating that flavor profile.
Okay.
What does sauce number 3, what does the aroma remind you of? What do you think?
I'm on 3, right?
Ooh.
Oh, another. I want to say smoky again, but
I'm not sure if it's smoky or
I smell something sort of a little bit citrusy again. Somebody said zesty and citrusy.
right.
no.
And it smells a little bit sweeter again.
Sauce number 3 almost has an earthy kind of smell.
Yeah, it's a lot thicker, darker, kind of. Like when you're smelling like a Merlot compared to a Pinot Noir. Yeah, it was really hard not to crack open a bottle of wine to do this. A bottle of wine, some crackers, some cheese, and tasting sauces. Woo! It's a Saturday evening.
Well, I don't know what chili is in this, but I like the way that the heat kind of develops in my tongue. It didn't grab me right away. it's kind of developing a little bit as it sits in my mouth. So I kind of like that.
And I'll tell you what I got, at least on this water cracker,
Hmm.
what I got was initial heat and then some sweetness
Hmm.
that came along afterwards. I didn't get the sweet the very second I first tasted it, but it
But I
comes.
do like the fact that it builds
Hmm.
like that rather than just like number two where it's just like kind of punching you.
Mm. It did. It punched.
It punched hard.
Punchy. It's punchy.
Yeah, well, that wafer it definitely does kind of give you a little bit of a sweet. Not like the first one.
No,
Just a sweet tinge to it though.
the first one had more sweetness, but number three has some sweet that comes through later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a honey sweet almost, I kind of think.
Oh. Hang on, a little bit
Like-
richer.
Yeah, like a
It
rich
almost does
kind of
remind
sweet.
you of honey, doesn't it?
A little bit. Hmm.
Yeah.
Especially,
Oh, it does.
Bill, if you try some of this sauce number three on a wheat thin and think honey as you taste it, tell me if that's not what comes through. Would you agree?
Yeah.
You can trick yourself into thinking, hey,
Right. Yeah.
honey.
I'm starting to get that kind of coinly sweetness.
What type of cheese you think would go with, I mean, any of the first three that we've tasted?
Wow, I'm a sucker for sharp cheese always.
Yeah, me too. Sharp cheddar. Extra
Yep.
sharp cheddar.
Yeah, that's what I always buy is extra sharp.
Yep.
You can't stay away
I
from it.
wonder, like the flavor for number two was super punchy for me. And so I wonder if some people would want like a more tame, like a cotija cheese or something mild and white,
Like almost like even like a mozzarella or a
like
Monterey
mozzarella.
Jack.
Yeah, those types of things. Soft, creamy.
Yeah. Get your what is that Bella Cow one or whatever.
Yeah,
Trying to think of it.
yeah, that one.
Lavash curry.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm afraid of green sauce, Terry. I really am.
Well,
I'm intrigued at number 5. The color of 5 makes me think of raspberry jelly all day long.
It's beautiful.
Right?
it is gorgeous, but
So
hey,
I hope it lives up to its looks.
well, first of all,
Whoa.
let's go number 4.
It's super smoky again, and it kind of smells like pea soup to me.
Pea soup.
It sure does.
Wow.
Maybe the color's throwing me off. I don't know.
Like a
Really,
mashed
the power of
tomatillo.
suggestion can do, because it's like, yeah, it kind of does smell like. I can get pea soup out of that.
I actually do really enjoy this. It has its fair share of sort of sweet fruitiness too.
Yeah, it's surprising. All of the sauces have a little bit of a sweet component.
Mhm.
And again, for me, the sweetness on this comes through afterward. It's not the
Right.
first thing that hits you.
Right.
You don't taste it and think, oh, that's sweet. No, it doesn't taste sweet. It tastes, I got more of a smoky
Mhm.
flavor first, a little bit of heat, and then the hint of sweetness in the background.
Mhm. And something else I kind of like about it too is it's not overpowering in any way, but you can sort of taste vinegar, and I like vinegar. And I feel like there is a little bit of it that just kind of comes through on its own. It's not like pickled peppers. It's not, I don't know. It tastes good.
Hey, there you go. That could be crazy. Maybe he's pickling some peppers and then turning them into a hot sauce.
This number 4, the green sauce, I think is the most complex
Mhm.
of the combination of flavors of any that I've tasted so far. It's almost difficult to describe.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I don't know if it's because the first three.
Well, I got smoky, then some heat, and then a little bit of sweetness on the back end. And I'm not sure smoky is the right word. But just a real, it's a real strong flavor that comes through first. And that's, yeah, I'm not sure I'm using the right word, smoky is.
Right now,
But
I almost wonder if they didn't grill the peppers.
kind of almost like a Chipotle
Right.
Mhm.
kind of, but like a barbecued chili.
Mhm.
Maybe, yeah, but still that has a sort of a smoky flavor to it. Anyway, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
I do like it.
Trying to think what I'd like to put that on.
See, that's it. These are so different that they're not all going to go with the same things.
Oh.
No.
Like that second one, I would totally put that in some mac and cheese, hands down.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I love throwing hot sauce and mac and cheese. Love it.
Oh,
I do too. I like sriracha.
Yeah, I use a lot of sriracha, and it's not a bad flavor. I like the heat component, but I'm always looking for better
Mhm.
flavors to throw in there. In fact, that's a lot of yours. Terry went into a lot of my mac and cheeses.
Wait, that's the wrong one. Are
Oh,
we
man,
on
that
number
was pretty-
5? Oh yeah,
That's
it's this
pretty
one.
liquidy too.
yeah, this one is of all of these sauces, this is the most liquid. It's the thinnest.
It's like syrup.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
My nose broke, or am I just not smoking?
Oh,
Wow.
that's
the pepper in this one reminds me of number 2.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's kind of punchy.
All right, I'm going to try it on a water cracker here. Borscht. It tastes like borscht.
Is that beets?
Yeah. Borscht, you mean?
Well, that would make sense. The heat it's probably the most sneak up on you. So far, it's taken the longest to actually build up that heat on me.
Mhm. Hi,
Flavors
Vicky.
not. Hi. Hello. Flavor, I want to say it's good. It's not as distinctive. I mean, the last 4 we've tried, I mean, that it's hitting your palate right away. This is very almost ambiguous.
That's a good word.
And
And I have to say, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. The color was deceiving.
Yes.
The color made me think that it was going to be something entirely different, and it's not. So it kind of threw me for a loop there.
see, now what's interesting is, for me, this had a very distinctive, it immediately hit me with, I mean, my impression was borscht.
Hmm.
I don't eat beets, never really have, so I didn't go there.
I do like beets, and I did just try another little bit, and I can taste the sort of iron quality that you get in beets. And that's the color it is. But I think I was,
All right.
because of all of the other sweetness of the other profiles, I think I was expecting berry or, something
Right.
recognizably sweet. But yeah, beets.
I was very much expecting something on the sweet side.
Mm-hmm. It really was. It threw me for a loop.
I'm not getting a lot of heat from this.
There's not a lot of heat.
No.
Which is not a bad thing. I mean,
A lot of people don't like heat.
Right.
Oh,
I think that's going to be one that you can use. I want to say just about on anything. I mean,
I would be interested to try this on extra sharp cheddar cheese. I think this would really be this number 5 sauce. I think it would be really interesting on cheese.
yeah, that one's interesting.
Very interesting.
What's your out of the 5 we've tried so far, which one would you rank first? If you could only have one.
Oh,
So far, number 2, I think, would be my favorite. I don't know. I have to try 1 and 2 again. Those are
Yeah.
kind of my favorites.
We may have to sample them.
and for me, it's probably so far between 1 and 3.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've only got one more to go. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Trying to not
Oh.
make too big of a mess here.
That's an interesting smell.
Number 6.
Number 6, yeah.
Okay. Let me get this cracked open. Oh,
Isn't it interesting?
What?
pina colada.
That's very interesting, Terry. It does.
Kind of pineapple. It's a pineapple.
Or coconut, or maybe both.
Or maybe
Could
both.
be both, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, wow, really.
Okay. Well,
And it's chunky enough that it could
That's-
easily be.
oh, definitely pina colada. I get a strong initial impression of like tropical,
Yes.
like a pina colada,
Mhm.
and not a lot of heat. There's some, it's warm, but it's not like it, hits you in the face with the heat. I get that more of a fruity, coconutty kind of flavor that comes through really strong at first.
Very much.
Little bit of warmth that builds after several seconds.
It is interesting though that the corn, the tortilla chip always masks whatever we've tried.
Yes,
Isn't that funny?
I finally quit using them. I went from water cracker to a wheat thin just to see the difference.
Hmm.
But I left the tortilla chips out of the mix.
Yeah, tortilla chips almost acting more as a palate cleanser for me at this point.
Hmm. Smart. That one did make my nose run.
There is some heat there, but not like
Not like some of the others.
Um, number
Alright.
5 made my eye water because I stuck my finger in my eye.
Oh no.
Woo!
All right. Would you like to know what these are?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. Sauce number 1 is called sweet beet hot sauce.
What?
Sweet beet.
Wow.
Now, here's the ingredients: Fresno chilies, white peaches. It says, well, it's the 5th ingredient, so it's not mainly Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, not like number 2. I can't tolerate number 2. And that's Terry's favorite.
That makes sense because the habanero, and you can see that nice orange hue to it.
Yeah, I
That one is
think
way too hot.
I agree with you. I think number 2 is, if I had to pick one as that's my go-to sauce, it would be the apricot.
Yeah.
Super
The
interesting.
apricots. That is kind of neat.
Yeah.
I like that he's using not like your basic, like your apple oranges, but really kind of getting out there with like figs and apricots and
Hmm. Are these people from California? If they have access to leeks and apricots and
Oh, they live in southern Utah.
really?
Oh, that's close enough. That
Yeah.
so they're down in what, St. George?
Yeah.
Close enough. That's funny.
Yeah, we almost moved to St. George. I love St. George. St. George is gorgeous.
All right,
So
we start with number one.
I'm Vivian. This
Cool.
is Sean. I love hot things.
I do not.
I've brought toothpicks for Sean to sample with. I have salted rice crackers is my vehicle today. Terry has marked them in anonymous individual containers marked 1 through 6. I'm very excited to try these gourmet hot sauces. And we've been instructed to taste them in order. So let's go with number 1. Do you want to smell it? Ooh. I pick up tomato. Kind of sweet tomato. Makes me salivate. You want to try a rice cracker and see if it's too much? I can try it first and tell you if it's too hot.
Yeah, you try it first. Okay. See how it goes.
Ooh, it's a sweet, spicy. It starts,
I smell Virginia barbecue.
it starts with just a tiny tang of hot, and it's mostly sweet, and then it gets a little bit spicier.
Oh, does it?
Mhm.
A little bit spicier.
It's like a amazing mango salsa with a little kick. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's just enough sweet to keep you coming back for more, despite the building flavor and the heat. Reminds me of sriracha or like sweet chili. It's not too syrupy the way sweet things can be. I really like it. I'm going for another. Just one more. I have to save room for the other 5. I have cream cheese. Do you need some?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Oh man, think how
I
good that
will.
would be with like eggs and avocado. It's really good.
It burns in the back of the throat for sure.
Anything else you'd like to say about it?
It was sweet initially, but that got taken over pretty quickly.
Okay. I'd say I'd call it an intermediate level of heat. Certainly not something you'd want to put on a child's burger or anything, but I think you can get equally spicy stuff in a Taco Bell sauce packet.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
this is number 2. Would you care to smell it?
Sure.
Ooh, it's smoky. It's also sweet, but I get some smoky, almost like cultured flavors wafting out of it.
Cultured. What do you mean by cultured flavors?
Like sauerkraut, something fermented.
Okay.
Sweet again. It goes straight to the hot. It's more kind of a vinegary. No. It's not vinegar. It's just a very, very straight punch of chili. I would say number 2 is a touch of sweet, but mostly unadulterated fire. Looking at Sean's face, I think that's the appropriate word. It's really good. It gets your taste buds salivating.
Is that what it does?
Would you like some cream cheese?
Okay. That's probably a good idea. Sure. I'll
There you
go for
go.
that now.
Yeah, okay. I'll do some too. It's good to cleanse the palate once in a while, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 is more of a high heat sauce, touch of sweet, high heat,
Smoky.
smoky, rich. It's a
I got smoky and heat. The first one, number 1, I got sweet and heat.
and the second one you got heat and heat. Oh no.
Smoky. I
Smoky
got
and
smoky
heat.
and heat on number
Okay.
2.
Perfect.
Number 3.
Let's do number 3. Fruity. Number 3 smells fruitier than I remember the first one being. A chili mango. Potentially. I'm not gonna guess, I'm just gonna taste. Ooh, surprising. It's dark like a mole. Ooh, rich. It's a very tomato fruit based flavor. Kind of a, it's not overly sweet, but it has amazing flavor to it. Wow. I'd call it a fruity chili kick. The fruity undertones make it really, really good.
It's got a kick. I got that part.
Good job. Good job. I really like that one. I think it's mango. Way hotter than number 1. 1 is like the intermediate version of number 3. Number 3 is like the high heat version. Oh my gosh.
I need like
Here you go.
heavy cream to,
You can
to help
tell,
with this.
you can tell the heat is building because I am flushed already. We're only done with the first 3. The fruity flavor still comes through despite the heat, which is great. You know when things are just so hot that you can't taste it?
Yep, I sure do.
I love it. Okay. This one is not red or orange. This one's
Nope.
an anomaly.
Probably full of some sort of green chilies.
No guessing. Ooh. Garlic? More garlic than I was expecting.
I got smoky again.
Mm.
Could be garlic.
Mm. It reminds me of like a enchilada sauce. Are you trying these with crackers still? Or do you need a toothpick?
I'm trying them with crackers.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh. Ooh. It reminds me of There's a Mexican dish that this reminds me of. I don't want to say mole again because it's a different one. Oh, that is good. This is something I would put into like a chili to make the whole pot a little spicy, but really flavorful. Sean's gonna pass out.
I got some sort of flavor initially, but it didn't stick around long enough for me to figure out what it was.
To me, it tastes like peppercorn. Tastes of like pink or black crushed peppercorn. Kind of a spicy plus hot. It's not just chilies. It tastes like it's peppery. It reminds me of jerky or
When you say spicy plus hot,
I
you mean
know.
like spices. Spicy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
My lack of description was a little bit redundant. I would say that one is not just spicy hot, it's also seasoning in an interesting way. It's good.
I'm not sure it really added to the heat. Like, I think
Your mouth is already hot.
maybe 3 was spicier than 4. What do you think?
It'd be hard to know without coming back to it after a few minutes, but
Could be.
I'd say 3 and 4 are both a high level heat. I wouldn't suggest it to somebody as like a thick covering for a burrito. It'd be like, try a little bit first. in
That's
case
something you
it's too
put a
hot.
little bit on the side of your plate and dip your food in it.
Yeah. Whereas I think you could get away with 1 and 2 as a sauce over your dish if you wanted.
Maybe you could.
Okay, number 5. This one is a beautiful color.
Bring it on. It's thin.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should mix it up a little bit. Do you think? No, the whole thing is the
I
same.
don't think so.
What does it smell like to you? Smells of chipotle, which is kind of like a roasting
Yeah.
of the chili. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that color. It's a beautiful color.
It looks like choke cherry syrup.
It's hard to get enough flavor because it's so thin.
Go again. You can build up that flavor.
It's berry. It reminds me of like a sweet choke cherry syrup or a sweet beet. It tastes a little bit of beet.
Yeah, I taste beets.
It's more like a very hot soup than it is a salsa, but based strictly on the consistency.
I
What you doing, Sean?
got beets and then hot.
It tastes kind of berry, kind of beet. I would call it more savory than sweet, despite the initial, it has an initial tang of berry, but it's followed up by more of a savory flavor. That one kind of goes straight to the top of your head. If you want to blow your stack, try number 5. It does not build slowly. It's right there once you get a good amount of it. Wow, you were right. You needed more cream cheese. There's one left and I can see seeds in it.
Mhm.
I don't feel like they're getting consistently hotter, but
It just feels like they're all building on each other.
yeah,
The heat builds more and more, but
it's hard to say if any of them are as mild as number one. I think
probably why we started with number one.
probably so we can taste it. Okay,
Yep.
this is number 6.
Okay.
Oh, peaches. What a fun, fruity kind of flavor. I don't know why I just blew on it.
It's hot.
It's hot.
Try to trick your brain into thinking it's cooler
It's
than
okay,
it
I
is.
cooled it off.
That's good.
I'm kind of worried because I'm not detecting heat.
Oh,
I feel like this is another intermediate level heat, but I'm worried it's going to build because it's got the seeds in it.
all right.
I would say that is
Number 6.
a delightful combo that I have not ever tasted before. I don't think I've ever had a fruity salsa without mango in it. And it tastes pretty heavily of peach or some sort of
No, it's spicy,
okay.
but it's definitely fruity to start with. I don't know what kind of fruit. It could be peach.
I'm not picking up mango, which is refreshing because people love to put mango in salsa and I'm not sure why.
Oh,
It's sweet, it's fresh.
it is sweet. It gives it a cooling effect. Like a fruit salad,
It tickles your taste buds.
but then it's hot.
Okay, now having tasted them all, fresh in mind,
Mhm.
which 2 would be your most favorite? If you were going to order some, which 2 would be your most favorite?
3 and 4.
See, I'm surprised by that. I feel like 1 would be overwhelmingly popular because it's the extra sweet, more mild, less chili. But I'm gonna try 1 again and see if it tastes just as hot now that I've tried all the other ones. Now
Well,
that the heat has built, is it just as hot?
they're all too hot for me. So the flavor, I really liked 3, 4, and 6. The flavor on 6 was really good too.
Okay. I'm going back through. I just tried 1 again, and it was very, very mild compared to
Yeah.
the other 5.
In flavor or heat or both?
In just in heat level.
Oh, okay.
The flavor is very strong. It's very fruity, very sweet. I like it. It's kind of a Asian chili, sweet chili flavor.
You're still talking about 1.
Number 1.
Oh.
Number 2, I just tried again. It's still very smoky flavored, and I like that it has a distinct flavor. It's not just hot or sweet. It's notes of smoke, and I still can't put my finger on why it tastes fermented, but it kind of does. It's got a good, rich flavor to it.
I wonder if it's got horseradish in it.
Number 3 is a good all-around hot sauce if you like hot. It's sweet enough to put with sweet things, but it's not so overwhelmingly sweet that you couldn't put it on something just like dinner, savory dinner.
I'm going to try 3 again.
No more cream cheese for us. Sean's eating it all. And
Yeah, it's a good sweet flavor. And it reminds me of Virginia barbecue.
number 4 is like a green barbecue. Mole. Interesting. It's an interesting flavor. I don't even know how you would create that. 5 again.
I have to try 4.
5 is beat all day long.
Yeah, I don't like 5.
If you liked
That's
borscht,
like
you'd be all over it.
5's at the bottom.
Okay.
Mm,
Oh man, that 6 is amazing. Peachy, delightful goodness.
no, I don't like 4 as much as I thought I did.
You're narrowing it down now, huh?
Yep,
I'm gonna fetch us some more cream cheese because you're about to blow your top.
that's a good idea. Oh man. Yeah, 6, that's a good flavor. Before the heat hits.
And then after the heat hits,
I have no idea. There is no flavor. It's just gone. Can't handle it.
oh man.
But before the heat, that flavor is awesome. I think 6 is at the
See
top.
this?
I think 6 is my favorite, followed by 3. And then one, 4, 2, 5. I think that's my order.
I understand why you didn't like 5, but why don't you like 2?
I tasted smoky and then heat.
Okay,
That's all I got out of it.
gotcha.
If I could handle more heat, I would probably get more flavor. But I don't. So did I say 6, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5?
I think so. You might have switched a couple in the middle there.
Could have. Oops,
We got a rogue cracker.
that went flying.
I would say 1 is a definite favorite for me.
1 is good.
I love fruity. I love the sweet. You okay?
Yeah.
I like the sweet and heat balance on number 1. I think I'm struggling to decide my next favorite. I really like number 6 because of the peach flavor. Three is good, but it's so much hotter that you can't even identify what kind of fruity it is.
I don't know. If we were basing this on sauces that I might actually be able to eat, I think 1 would be my favorite because it's a more mild heat. But strictly based on flavor, taking the heat out of it, 6. I like 6 the best.
Man, I would have to have 4 in my kitchen though, because I need that flavor in my food. You could make a whole recipe just out of flavor number 4. Super good. So my top would be number 1, number 6, number 4. Probably number 2, 3, and lastly 5. But man, I found out that I'm a sucker for those fruity ones. Even number 5 is still good.
That is really strong beet.
But it's sweet. It's that nice balance of sweet and spicy. It just kicks you in the back of the throat. It's so spicy. I think if it were a little bit less on the heat scale, I'd be more likely to go with number 5. And this concludes Jorma's Gourmet hot sauce tasting. We're gonna go get a fire hose and douse Sean completely now.
I need milk or cream. Cream is better.
Mm. Look at that. It's beautiful. I'm gonna eat all of these. They're really good.